Hey guys, this is Justin, and I've got a great episode in store for you today. Did anybody ever tell you success was going to be easy? No, because it's not. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why success is not easy, but why it's necessary to go through the struggle. Tune in. You'll love this episode. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Justin Ford Podcast, where I'll be releasing life-changing principles and valuable information focused on all things faith, finance, family, fitness, real estate, and so much more. Let's go! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Justin Ford Podcast. Super excited to be with you here again today. I hope you've been doing great since the last episode. If you're loving the show, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button here on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. And if you're really loving the show, go ahead and leave us a review. We always appreciate hearing back from you. If you haven't followed me yet on social media, you can at the official Justin Ford. Again, at the official Justin Ford. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, X, and also here on YouTube. But before we get into that, I do want to let you know that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Next Door Lending. Next Door Lending is a team of professionals that believe everyone should be treated as if they live next door. The founders and team members have more than 150 years of combined loan experience, helping clients all over the country choose the best loan program to help you accomplish your goals. Next Door Lending is currently licensed in over 26 states and has a team of over 100 loan officers specializing in helping you get the best rate and terms. And so whether you're looking to refinance your home or you're looking to purchase your next home, call my friends over at Next Door Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. Yeah, I got a great episode here, guys. And so, when anytime I do an episode, I really try to bring information and talk about topics that I believe can really hit everyone. And, today I want to talk about, and I'm just pulling up my notes here, 5 reasons why success is not easy. And I believe that sometimes we approach success, we approach our goals, we approach this journey that we want to go on to accomplish something within our life. And I think we never really count the cost of what's ahead, meaning we see the end result, we get emotionally attached to it, we feel good about it. When you're thinking about a goal, you're seeing yourself accomplishing the goal. When you think about, purchasing a new home, you envision yourself purchasing the new home. When you envision, creating a business, you see yourself on top. When you think about going through college and graduating, you see the graduation. But a lot of times we don't see what's in between, all the stuff that takes place in between. And I'll be honest, if success was easy, everybody would be successful. And I believe everybody at some point in their life, whether when they're younger, they get a little bit older, or when they're older, maybe you're where you are right now, at some point, we've all had a desire, a dream, a goal, a vision, something that we really want to set out after. And what happens, unfortunately, is when we hit those roadblocks, when we hit that resistance, when we hit those difficult times, a lot of times we pull back, we throw in the towel, we give up, and we just kind of go back to what's comfortable. I mean, you can say the same thing even with working out. A lot of times we envision ourselves being fit or being, strong or losing a lot of weight or, building muscle. We see the end result, but we don't really see what it's going to take to get there. Now, we know there's a process, but we don't really know what's along the way. And so today I want to give you 5 reasons why success is not easy and why struggle is a part of it. And I can share these 5 things with you because I've experienced them. I've gone through them. I'm going through them because it's a constant journey of being processed and becoming the person that you need to be in order to step into that journey. Meaning the person, I'm just using this as an example because my daughter just finished her first year of college as a freshman. The person you are on day one of being a freshman you're not the same person on your last day of college where you're graduating. Same thing for high school. Same thing if you're starting on your journey of success, and let's say you get to that journey or that destination, and you've accomplished a big goal, you're not the same person you were when you first started. And so, reason number one why success is not easy is because growth requires resistance. Growth requires resistance. Now, none of us naturally like resistance. I don't like resistance. But just like muscles grow by being torn and rebuilt, personal growth often requires struggle. You become stronger by pushing through pain, not avoiding it. I'll be candid and be transparent. I don't like pain. I don't like hardship. I don't like difficulties, so I try to avoid it. I don't think anybody really embraces it and loves it. What I'm learning and what I encourage you to learn is that it really truly is a part of the process. And I know very early on I had a mindset where one day I'm going to get to a point where there's not going to be any struggle. One day I'm going to get to a point where it's no longer difficult. One day I'm going to get to a point where it's no longer, the road's no longer bumpy. That's never going to happen. The road's always going to be bumpy. You're going to have times where it's smooth, but you're going to have times where it's bumpy. You're going to have times where things are kind of moving really good, moving forward, everything's kind of clicking. And there's going to be times where you feel like everything's falling apart. And the thing that we have to do is we have to push through those moments, not avoid them. Number two, 5 reasons why success is not easy is because setbacks reveal what needs to change. Setbacks reveal what needs to change. See, failure teaches what success hides. This is good. Failure teaches what success hides, and every setback reveals a weakness in strategy, mindset, or skill that needs refinement for the next level. And so a lot of times when we get those setbacks, it's difficult because we're like, oh man, everything was moving forward, everything was, clicking, everything seemed to be going good. But when you have this setback, and I just recently had one in my business where, man, for a couple of months, man, everything was just clicking and hitting and this and that. And then all of a sudden there was a setback. And I just naturally in my mind, I'm like, what the heck? I thought, man, everything's, going, I'm ripping and running, boom, boom, boom. But the setback revealed that we needed to tweak some things in our process that if we would have kept going would have actually hurt us, not helped us. Meaning, we learn as we grow, and this is so true. Failure teaches what success hides, and not that you're a failure, but if something's not working or something is not happening, what we need to do is realize, okay, where's the weakness in the strategy? What's going on in my mindset? What's going on in me? And this is why I think the process takes longer than we all want, is because there's things that have to be worked out in us and in the strategy and in the process. And we need to embrace that. So again, number 2, setbacks reveal what needs to change. And I want you to know and be encouraged that every setback is actually a setup for you to go to the next level. Number 3, the path isn't always paved. This is so true. Right, we see the end result. We see the outcome of success. We see the graduation day, the I made it day, the finish line. But there's no clear map to the vision or to the destination. And when most people are creating something new, right, we have to understand there's going to be stumble, there's going to be reroute, and we're going to have to learn as we go. Right? I use this analogy. If you're driving to California from Michigan, you put into your GPS, Los Angeles, California, matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now so I can do this live. Okay. So my location, I'm actually here in Brighton at the podcast studio, and I'm going to put in Los Angeles, California. And so from here to Los Angeles, right now it's finding me the best route. If I left right now and I drove consistently straight through, it's 1 day and 9 hours, 2,257 miles. That is a nice long journey, okay? But you know what that doesn't show? And I'm just going to put it here on the screen. You can see that. Okay. If you're watching, you know what it doesn't show? It doesn't show what's going to happen between where I am and where I'm going. It shows the destination. I can envision myself pulling up into Los Angeles, sunny, it never rains in Southern California, sunny skies, beautiful weather, but it's not going to show me what's happening currently or what's ahead in, driving through Illinois and Indiana and Iowa and Nebraska and Colorado and Utah and Las Vegas to get to Los Angeles. It's not showing me what's ahead. And guess what's going to happen? There's probably going to be some weather. There's probably going to be some detours. There's probably going to be some traffic. It's no different than when we're on this journey to accomplish our goals or the vision that we have that God has given us, or we're setting out to become, who it is we want to be in our health journey or whatever it is. And so the reason why success is not easy is because the path isn't paved. There's no clear map directly forward. We see the end result. We have an idea of what that looks like, but we don't really know what it's going to take to get there. Number 4 of the 5 reasons why success is not easy is because success demands sacrifice. Success demands sacrifice. Achieving great things often means giving up comfort, temporary pleasures, or approval from others. The inner tension is real and necessary. And I can speak on this because this has been the last 20 years of my life. And it's not easy. And there's been many a times where I've just wanted to throw in the towel and just quit. But then I say to myself, if I quit and I throw in the towel, what am I going to go back to? I don't want to live in regret. I would rather continue to push through and get to the reward, because it's going to be hard regardless. It's going to be hard. Whether it's hard on the way to your destination of where you want to go, or it's hard you going back and living regret because you didn't do it. Either way, it's going to be hard. If you're unhealthy, overweight, not taking care of yourself, that's hard. And you know what? When sickness comes, because it will, if we don't take care of ourselves, that's going to be hard. Well, it's going to be hard to eat right, be disciplined, go to the gym, take care of yourself. That's hard too. We just have to choose which hard we want. So we have to get the mindset change that hard is a part of the process. It's not going to be easy. And I'm speaking through this mic to you and through this camera, but I'm also speaking right back at myself. I had a great conversation with one of my coaches this morning on the way here, and she was just really encouraging me. And it just reminded me that, you know what? The journey is going to have setbacks, hard times, difficulties, all the way until God calls me home. And I need to learn how to embrace that and accept that. Number 5 of the 5 reasons why success is not easy is because opposition confirms you're on the right track. The opposition is going to come, especially if you're a believer. If you follow Jesus, we have an adversary and an enemy. And you know what? The enemy doesn't fight what isn't a threat. I want you to hear that. The enemy doesn't fight what isn't a threat. If God has called you to do something, if he's given you a vision, if he's called you to be a difference maker, a leader, a world changer, you're going to have a battle regardless. Trials, resistance, and spiritual warfare can actually validate your assignment and your calling. If you weren't moving in the right direction, the resistance wouldn't be there. If you weren't a threat to the enemy and the kingdom of darkness, especially if you're a believer, you wouldn't feel that resistance and that opposition. And so let that be a confirmation that you're moving in the right direction. But we have to make a decision that we're not going to give up. We're not going to quit. No matter how hard it gets, no matter what comes our way, we're going to continue to press in and we're going to continue to press through. Because at the end of the day, if you really believe that you're called to do something, you have this goal, this dream, this vision, know that it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. It's not going to be easy, but it's 100% going to be worth it. So I hope this encouraged you today, because this is where I've been. And I really feel that, these 5 things have really helped me to continue to move forward. And I hope that they continue to help you move forward. Maybe you're in the middle of it right now where things are tough. Let these 5 things encourage you. Maybe you're just starting out on your journey. Be prepared and ready, and let these 5 things encourage you. Maybe you're just at the point where you're hitting your goal or your vision or your dream or whatever. You already know that these 5 things are there to encourage you. And yet when you hit a goal, you set out for a new goal. When you accomplish something, there's something else. And so the process never ends. The journey never ends. And so the struggle is a part of the success. And so let me give you these 5 reasons why success is not easy and why struggle is part of it. Number 1, growth requires resistance. Number 2, setbacks reveal what needs to change. Number 3, the path isn't paved. Number 4, success demands sacrifice. And then number 5, opposition confirms you're on the right track. So I want you to tune in to the next episode because I'm going to give you 5 things you can do to persevere without losing confidence or your vision or your dream so that you can surely get to that end result. So make sure you tune in next week for part 2 of this message. Again, I hope this encouraged you today. If it did, share it with somebody. Go ahead and send this to somebody else. Go ahead and post it on your social media page because we all are on the journey. And so these 5 things can really equip us and help us to continue to move forward. Also, go ahead and hit the subscribe button here on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform if you haven't subscribed yet. We've been putting out content every single week for the last several years. Go back and listen to other episodes. Always stay tuned for more new episodes. We got a lot of great episodes coming up here in the future. And feel free to reach out anytime. If there's anything I could ever help with, if you have a question, a comment, you need something, feel free to reach out. You can find me again on social media at the official Justin Ford, or you can shoot me an email, justin@justinfordteam.com. Definitely here to help in any way that I can. And, just take advantage of that because people reach out to me all the time. And my goal is to definitely help and encourage you along the way. Before we wrap up today, I do want to remind you that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Next Door Lending. Next Door Lending is not just a sponsor of our show. Next Door Lending is our go-to lender for the Justin Ford real estate team. This is who we entrust with all of our buyers. And so right now, if you're a buyer looking to purchase a home and you want to get pre-approved this year, call my friends over at Next Door Lending. If you are a homeowner and you're looking to refinance, maybe take some cash out, call my friends over at Next Door Lending. And if you're a real estate agent like me, looking for a great mortgage lender, call my friends over at Next Door Lending today. They have over 1,000 5-star reviews, a perfect A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Give them a call today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. 2 things I always like to leave you with. Number 1, it's not how you start. What matters is how you finish. And number 2, with God, all things are possible. God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.